way, gentlemen. Yeah, it really does get better and better every time, Henry.
It really does.
I don't know how much further he can go with that before getting cut off, but that was good. We do have a best of 5. This is going to be an excellent best of 5 as well. I mean, there was a lot of talk about which two teams would make the finals coming into this. It's a team that went out of the groups versus Virtus.pro. Of course, the groups of the major. Virtus.pro, runner-up of the last CEVO LAN. And Mousesports have been pretty impressive so far in the group stages. We're already into the action. 4 sets of armor. Taz the only one without. He's taking the early damage, but right now it looks like they're just trying to figure out what exactly the stack is going to be on the A site.
Yeah, they're just checking out the top and middle there, seeing if they can find any CTs. Didn't spot anything. Looks like they're changing their tactics, heading towards the B-bomb site. Very aggressive as well. Nico opens it up, taking out Pasha. Chris J isolates towards CT spawn as well.
First shot, though, is for Nico. Second as well. He follows that up. This is a good start again. He's been showing off some skill lately on land. Next comes around, it's Bialy down. He takes 2 himself, and Dennis is there to wrap up the round. A very impressive pistol round at that. With Nico's early entries, or counter entries rather, there really wasn't much of a chance, even though Virtus.pro trying to get that bomb down. Yeah,
the heavy hitters in Mousesports there. Nex and Nico kicking off 2 frags each. Excellent entries there from Nico. It's an interesting tactic employed there by Virtus.pro. Running to the top and middle, didn't really get much done, trying to spot for info, maybe show some sort of fake towards that area, ran back towards Banana, CT's just waiting for them, mowed them down. Not going to be the full force by coming from Virtus.pro this round. They are going to upgrade some pistols. Pasha and Neo and Snacks now do get the armor, so this is almost a force buy. There it is, Taz coming in at the end. So they are going to invest heavily into this, just Bialy without the armor. Chris J likes an auto shotgun on this map. He will be going towards the balcony.
He's actually all the way pushed down into the apartments. This could be good, because Taz was looking to go that direction. I think he just spotted Chris lurking at that corner, though, so spots him, falls off of it. It could have worked out really well. If Chris J wasn't spotted there, they run into it. That shotgun, that's probably the best position in the entire map. Close confinement, short range, easy to take them down early, but we'll see what these pistols can find out elsewhere. Pasha's going to go investigate onto the B side. He knows there's one at Spools. He saw Dennis going for that crouch peek, and as such, he's fallen away knowing that the battle doesn't favor him, but if he could just hit that one headshot when he peeks up, how much could that change on the B site where there's only 2 players holding it?
The T's now making their way towards B. They're going to be smoking off CT spawn any second. Here comes the burst onto the bomb side as well.
Dennis is waiting but blinded up. They have got 1 player across. That's Pasha, but Nico finds him. He follows that up as well, and Neo goes down. It's Dennis to take Bialy until Snacks finally gets an answer. And not only that, he gets 2. Nico in the back of the site is dropped. This allows for the bomb plant from Taz. That's very important. Keep in mind this force buy. That'll help get utilities in the 3rd round, but Mousesports was always going to get that back with the guns. Never mind the fact that Gobby's got it, so they'll let him just go searching for guns first, and actually it's going to be next to grab it. They could have gone looking for more utility. Either way, they've got it, so it won't make much of a difference. It's going to be 2-0, and again, Virtus.pro, where they did invest in that one, they won't be able to buy just with that single bomb plant, but it's 3rd round with utility.
It's a relatively successful force buy there. They get a double kill, and they get the bomb down as well, meaning they do have to eco this round, but they will have a nice full buy going into the first gun round here. So this is going to be almost just some P250s. Mousesports going to be aware of this. They'll probably be farming for some extra cash here. Chris J especially will be pushing towards apartments once more. You can see Virtus.pro getting some Desert Eagles, P250s. That's going to have 1 smoke on Snacks as well, so potentially a similar tactic. You're actually going to be throwing that towards the top and middle though, so you could be looking to burst through that at the top. Seeing where the T's decide to go this round. We've got 2 CDs going towards Car here, just trying to get nades off at the start of the round. Not going to land any damage just yet. The T's now spread out across the map. No one really committing to anything just yet.
And they've got that crossfire set, but it's actually just Gob that stays forward. Gobby's going to wait on that archway side. Smoke now dissolved. He's got to look to fall back, and after putting out the initial shots, it's Arch is the only way he can get out of harm's way. So now he's actually pushed off the site. Didn't rotate to library either. So Taz, this gives him a chance to wrap around onto the A site. Bomb, it's going to head over toward truck side, and they're going to send Snacks in toward the apartments to try and divide the 2 defensive players. Chris J's waiting though at the corner. He has the shotgun. He's going to get taken down. Snacks wins that duel, and it's left to 1 player in pit. Taz, good position for him to be in, but great read from Gobby as he comes back through into the A site. It's 2 kills for him, and the rifles, they hold on. There was positions that almost looked favorable from Virtus.pro. This actually still works out. If Pasha can take down Dennis on this rotation, or at least hold him off, they might still be able to get the bomb inside the B site. They've lost that 2nd man on the rotation because they're pushed down mid rather aggressively. With the bomb dropped, Pasha picking up a rifle.
This is
desperate, but I like this.
Yeah, the fact he's got the bomb and both CTs are coming from Banana as well. He has a real chance of getting the plant down as well and a chance to win this, but he's going to change up his tactics now, waiting for the rotation to come in. Got to be unsuspected of this. Gets taken down as well. Brings it to the 1-on-1 situation. Pasha, 15 seconds and the bomb. And of course, a dream as he's going to be planting now. Next on his way, aware of the situation.
What a clever play from Pasha. goes back toward A, then just suddenly decides to turn back, and they split up, so he only able to win the one-on-one, or rather only had to win the one-on-one. Now with the bomb down, it actually favors him. He can just play the time, and next, he doesn't suspect that he's going to be wrapping around for the flank, and Pasha, such a smart man in this situation. He's going to take a round already for Virtus.pro.
4 kills for Pasha that round. He was actually lurking towards the top of B the whole round. There was the rest of his teammates getting kills towards A, onto the bomb site there. He was waiting for the rotations towards CT spawn, found that first kill there, picked up the M4. The rotation looking like he was going to go towards B. CT's following him in his path as well. That great, smart play, waiting for that first player to get killed, and then he goes back and plants in B as well. CT's had no idea what was going on. He completely tore them apart, and that's going to knock Mousesports a little bit on tilt there. A situation they should be winning. They're going to slightly force buying into this. Body armor, Desert Eagles, and 5.7s. And you can see VP now just spreading out once again, looking for any stacks and maybe coming in. That's the first kill going in favor of Bialy, taking down Chris J. He faced towards the top of middle. Now brings it to the 5-on-4. This is just a round for Virtus.pro, just to feel out the map. They want to probably execute properly onto a bomb site. Walking in, face checking, choke points isn't the way to do this. You want to make sure you actually just get in, don't take any risks. Goes to the first frag there, finds it on spools as well. It's going to open up the B site.
Yeah, absolutely. With that smoke on CT as well, Dennis is locked out. Bomb's going to come back down from mid. Bialy's a little bit late getting there, but it won't matter. They'll have established the presence, the dominance, and keep Dennis at bay. Another round going to go to Virtus.pro. Again, we talked about getting that second round plant down. That would build up money for the third round, but then Pasha with that brilliance in the last gives them a heck of a lot more money to work with. Not only that, they broke the economy. Things look very good for Virtus.pro early on, and suddenly Mousesports, although they'll be able to buy in the next round, are looking very limited, and at that, it's going to be a pretty tight buy.
It's going to be a tight buy for sure. You can see like God B, he's on $2,000 right now. They're going to get $1,900 next round, so he'll have $3,900. It won't be the best buy. They can definitely get some pharmacies. You probably see Chris J on the shotgun. This is a real problem for Mousesports at the major, especially against G2. We saw them in the group stage there. They had a real task of getting Chris J actually on an AWP. The economy game for them sometimes can slip away, and you can see Chris J struggling. He's one of their key players on the side here. So that's the second run on the board for VP. Nice Antico didn't even drop a single player at all, just Neo taking a little bit of damage there. So let's see the buy coming in from Mousesports. Will they decide to take another quasi buy on the chin, or will they be going for the force? Still deciding. Looks like they're going to go for the quasi buy here. For any new viewers at home, basically this means keeping their cash at around the 2.5k mark, upgrading their pistols, a little bit of utility, can even justify some body armor here, and just looking to play towards the future. Want to play the percentage game. Get their best players on the AWP, allow them to have full utility. You can see them pushing down middle as well. Nade's going to be effective though. Trade's coming in. Dennis taking down Neo, but 2 players for Mousesports get taken down as well. Chris J gets one himself, but the round falls apart for them. Just Chris J left alive now. Rest of the VP side though, actually on very low HP. There is a small chance he can do something with this, but he's all the way up, back over the B bomb site. Bomb will be planted at A. You feel like if he can just get a kill and an AK-47, that'd be fantastic for him.
It might be fantastic. Bialy's close enough by and low enough on HP, but Bialy hits him with the headshot. Now it's Virtus.pro in the lead already, and on the terrorist side, this is a great start.
Well, now Mousesports stabilizing their economy. Let's see what Chris J brings to the party. He's still deciding on his buy that. You'd assume he's going to get the AWP. He can be one of those most dangerous players on this map. Very mobile, which not scared to face down second middle, go towards Banana. He's great at getting his first opening picks, but the problem for him as well, it's an unorthodox buy for Pasha. He normally allows Snacks to Neo to open this map. It's going to be Pasha wielding it on the T side this time. Let's see what his plan is. Maybe had a decent spawn to have a face towards middle. Let's see what he's going for.
God, B wanted to cross over with that flash. He had to stop. That brings Chris J back toward the mid position. That could have been absolutely dangerous because Pasha was already in place. So good read from Mousesports to adapt to that, not overcommit. And now they'll switch it because of this, because Gabi wanted to get over toward Pit all along. This brings Chris back onto the arch side. Nico, though, he's pushed well down onto Banana, and this gives them so much control of the map. It contains all of the Virtus.pro players, at least into mid or alt mid, and they know this. So Dennis, right now, he's still waiting to see if they're going to push through. They're not. They see a little bit of utility deployed on A, and he's going to rotate early through that CT spawn, stack up that defense on the A side, and wait for the push, which is now happening. Taz, he's going to wait for the smoke to dissolve on the arch side. As soon as he pushes through, he'll be confronted with Dennis, and then a support rotation from Chris potentially at the front of Library. So long as Snack can time it, that may keep Chris preoccupied and distracted, favoring his teammates. So it's all a matter of timing right now. It's a matter of working together. Taz is going to go on this. He knows there's a chance there's someone on the other side of that archway, and that op is still rattling toward him from the Library. Chris has already sent one shot. He's got to recock the gun, and now he'll take down Taz immediately after. But a good counter push. Goppy, he's going to get Snacks inside the apartment. Finally, Neo will get Chris J and smoke off Dennis. This will get them closer onto the A site, but Nex and Gabi are still in control of that pit position. So really, Virtus.pro are locked in position right now. There's someone on all sides, and Pasha's just waiting for a mistake. It comes. The timing is just slightly off. He looks away with that smoke. And it's going to give the movement back to Mousesports.
Well, the bomb will go down, Neo planting. That's pretty much all he could do here. There was 10 seconds remaining. Just going to be Pasha, and all he can do in this situation is save the AWP. He is towards Library. You can see him. He has no chance here whatsoever. That's actually excellent play from Mousesports that round. A very passive setup there, making VP do all the work, not allowing them to have any picks at the start of the round. Utilizing the smoke grenades they have. Molotov's doing a huge amount of damage with the HEs as well. And Pasha's actually going to be taken down here. He survives taking down Dennis as well. A little bit of an upfront position from him when considering he was going to save the AWP there. Lucky to save that one, but
Bit awkward.
round does go towards Mousesports. You can see VP desperate to find the opening pick there. Denied it, and Pasha saving that AWP is pretty massive in terms of the money here, so they will have another buy going forward. It is going to be 3-3. Mousesports getting back into this one. Chris J, though.
He's limited to the 5-7. Not only that, next, he's got an AK. Obviously dropped over to him, but he's on 0. They bought in completely, so big round right now for Mousesports. Taz goes down early. That's a big win for Nico. Problem is they're going to deploy utility onto him. He's down to 45 HP. Molotov as well. That may take him alone because he's got to run back into the site. 16 HP. Dennis able to stick by the cart, but this is not going to be good positioning for them at all. They need to get into a passive lockdown right now, and fortunately they do have smoke still to deploy at the top of the banana.
So after Nico's presence last round and pushing down, they want to try and counter that this time, not allow him to control and follow them up to the top of middle. So they've gone through it, but Taz gets taken down in the process, so that's actually going to be advantage towards Mousesports here. You can see they're locked out with the smoke grenades as well. They're trying to get positional control of Banana, get towards the top, let Pasha try and work a pick towards Spools potentially as well. And I'd assume a full execution is going to be coming in here as well. So watch out for smokes towards City Spawn, Spools, Molotov towards new boxes potentially as well. But they're just waiting for a pick here, waiting for the smokes to be deployed. Go to the 40-second mark as well. No reaction from the CTs just yet. They're playing quite passive towards the A side as well. So if VP going to do this, they need to do this right now.
Single Molotov only though, so that will leave Dennis toward new box when they try and enter. And Snacks is going to lead the charge. Dennis, again, doesn't have to move. He can hold this angle. He won't get anyone though. It's Neo to take him down, and Bielli finding Nico immediately after. Suddenly means that the bomb gets planted. And they're not even going to attempt this retake because, as mentioned, they're so low on money right now. Just saving 2 of the rifles. It's only the pistol, unfortunately, for Chris J. He can't even run over to the corpses and pick something else up. But just saving those 2 is going to favor them so much in the next round. It's just going to add to what they won't be able to buy.
It's a little bit of a disappointing defense there from Mousesports. After getting that first pick, they've got the advantage. They probably could have been a little bit more aggressive towards middle at that point when it seemed that the map was very quiet. But allowing them to VP to get in, not dropping a single frag there. Got to ask what the setup was going on. The crossfires normally should mean one player's facing, the other one's getting attention, kind of ducking and weaving between each other, making it difficult for the terrorists to get a double frag like that. There shouldn't be a situation where they can find both kills at exactly the same time. There should be different attention shown and then giving the other chance to that partner at the bomb site. But that's not going to happen. Mousesports forced to save weapons there. They have got, 2 rifles and Chris J with the 5.7 here. They can't really justify much more than a couple more upgraded pistols, I would say. As we go into round number 8, virtus.pro looking very healthy indeed. Pasha still on the AWP. It's kind of interesting to see him on that one. Obviously, we talk about the roles being restructured in this team. Neo, you'd assume, would be AWPing, but for this final, Pasha feels like he's got the confidence to take over that role for this time.
Yeah, it's interesting. An Inferno T-side op. It's one of the hardest T-side ops there is. Guardian comes to mind, really aggressive style players. Pasha's movement's not something that's actually a strong point for him, yet he does commonly op on this map on the T-side, so it's kind of a weird one. It's a bit of an enigma, but either way, Snacks, he's made his way into Boiler already. Bombs over there accompanying him in the hands of Taz. There's not really a commitment from that. We won't read into that too much yet, but it's a stack on the arch side right now, which indicates a quick rotation potentially from Mousesports, giving up a lot of movement and room toward the plant side, pit side of A, which could work in Mousesports' favor should they elect to take it.
Saw that presence towards the top of Banana. I see Pasha going for the shot there. Saw Nico, the Desert Eagle, thought better of it, decides to go join his teammates towards middle now. Mousesports going to move this very passive setup on the bomb, so they want the terrorists to come up there so they can run into their crossfire. Chris J with the scout as well, looking to cause some tags for his teammates to get the easy spray downs with the pistols. Got a couple of rifles to play with as well, so still within a shout of winning this round. VP gathering up now, going to be flashing towards quad. Just trying to find anything they can once again. Mousesports denying any sort of pick, so they're forced to expend all the utility.
Nice.
That's going to help though.
He hit him on the first shot, jumped, nailed him on the second. Nico's got a headshot on Taz, and he'll add to the party as well. But Neo and Pasha, they managed to pull this back. They're the only 2 left alive, but they're going to get all the kills they need. It's down to Gobby in the pit to disrupt the play. They look the wrong direction. Pasha, he doesn't read that correctly at all, and now Neo locked in 2 against 1 inside the site, takes the fight to the first. Neo, or rather, excuse me, next goes down, but Gobby is immediately there. to counter it out, get the trade and the defuse for Mousesports.
Yeah, that's exactly what Mousesports wanted to happen that round. Playing that very passive setup, making the time go down to about the 22nd, while VP, with no choice, once they committed to the quad push there, going into the crossfires, getting mowed down. Comes down to the 2-on-1. Passion made it competitive, but just a really nice play from Godby, knowing where his teammates was, and getting that nice communication and finishing off the job in the 1-on-1, and gets a defuse as well. Brings it a 4-4. That was a must-win round for Mousesports there in terms of the economy, and now they kind of balance things out, get the AWP as well. virtus.pro back to the full rifle setup. They are going to have a decent amount of utility as well, so they can definitely execute onto the bomb sites. Let's see how they approach this one. Big round for both teams here.
Going to be a slower approach as well, a little bit more timid toward that banana position to try and get aggressive from the CT side, but now Nico will go, now that the smoke has been deployed. Little pop flash as well from his teammate toward that sandbag position, just to make sure that when he rounded the corner, they hadn't pushed through the smoke. But I mean, this changes so much, just having that position. Godby's going to wait on Arch side right now, peeks out, spots them, gets a little bit anxious about that, and therefore fumbles on the grenade. And either way, it's going to be a trade kill. Chris gets one, Neo gets the other, but Nex, he splits the difference. He'll take down Neo and give it to the CT side by one, as Taz, looking for a little bit more information, is going to try and push over toward that library side. There's no smoke on the archway. He may even just try and wrap back toward library. If they can contain Dennis, they don't even need to take this fight. The problem is that the bomb is sitting in that alleyway very open in Bialy's hands, and that's the exact result. Dennis gets there before Taz can. Now Taz's flank comes in, but it's too little too late, and it still favors Mousesports. Pasha, that's a good kill to have on Godby. Next is still in pit, though, and Nico's coming over. They're going to have to contend with pretty much 180 degrees of enemy fire if Taz doesn't hurry up soon and get toward that A-plant position, which he has now done. Timely at that. Pasha as well, though. He's not going to be able to support Taz because he's now on alert that Taz was doing, and it's the same result as Bialy. The timing is slightly off right now from Virtus.pro, and Pasha's left in a 1-on-2. There's only 17 seconds left, and he's at least got the kill on Next, but Nico, he knows the situation. He knows he can bait out the clock and just wait for the plant to come in. And Pasha will be limited to the site because Nico's going to get to the corner before he'll have a post-plant position. But this smoke, he may use it to conceal. He's going to actually get up on top of the box. It's slightly unorthodox right now. And Nico, he has to figure this out quickly. He does have a kit to work with. The Molotov will help limit off at least one of the options. But again, the positioning right now from Pasha's so good, and he takes him down immediately.
Like you said, a very unorthodox play. I don't think anyone would have predicted that. Jumping on top of the box, it's a high-risk maneuver, but one that pays off tremendously there for Passion. That's actually going to knock down the economy of Mousesports quite heavily as well. They won't have much choice but to have some PD50s this round. What's good about VP's CT setup now is they're reading the game very well. They're aware of the very passive setup that Mousesports are presenting to them and actually getting towards the top of middle now, not wasting all their utility as they get out there. Before, they were getting onto the bomb side, 20 seconds remaining, getting themselves a lot more time to actually work something there, and worked out tremendously for them. Pasha with a smart play towards the end, seals the deal, and now you can see Mousesports not investing anything at all into this round. Full silence USPs across the board, so you'd assume this round is a complete throwaway. They can't really do much with this whatsoever. I doubt they'll even find a kill. This is definitely one for VP to throw. Pasha opens it up, taking out Dennis. That's going to be good intel of opening up this B bomb, so I wouldn't be surprised if you went in with this one as well. Just Nico, they're alone. Chris J is rotating over.
So Pasha to lead the way in. Two members of his team to follow up. It's Neo and Bialy. Chris going to push back through that smoke, but Neo's in good position to take him down before it's a big major threat. Nico at least hits one nice shot onto Neo, but that's about all they will get in this round. In fact, it is. 4 players stay alive for Virtus.pro, and Pasha leads the way right now with 13 kills, a lot of them early in the rounds, and that one very specifically to open up the B site.
Yeah, the money's still a huge problem here for Mousesports. This is a common theme for them. They keep winning one round and then losing the subsequent ones, not able to build up that momentum, that cash flow we need to have a successful CT side. After winning the pistol and going down 6-4 at this stage of the game, it's a disappointing series so far for them. They're going to be back onto the quasi buy. Desert Eagles, 5-7s and some body armor. Have got smoke grenades. They're going to be stacking towards that B side, looking to go for an aggressive push as well. Nico, deadly with the Desert Eagle, does some damage and will be taken down by Bialy. Oh, fantastic shot there from Pasha as well. And it's going to be a bloodbath towards the banana area. 3 for 1. Just 2 players remaining for Mousesports. It's going to be Godby and Nex.
Another shot from Neo. This time he's on the AWP, so that's what you were talking about. Of course, Pasha, that's because he's gone down, but Snacks, he takes Godby. And it's looking solid for Virtus.pro right now. 7 rounds already on the T side. Money, it's stabilized slightly right now for Mousesports. 3 rounds against them. They don't have a full round loss bonus, so with a big investment in this round and the op for Chris J, depending on the situation, they may not be able to buy in the next round.
Oh yeah, this is a difficult spot for them now. Chris J needs to be the talisman, needs to find that first pick, be aggressive, take the game to virtus.pro, can't allow them to have all this control at the top and middle. It seems like that's what they're favouring right now, getting that control, forcing the pressure and using their superior players right now to get these early picks. Chris J will be going towards that border side. Looks like he will face towards T-Steps as well. Finds that pick. Nice teamwork there. Flashing towards T-Steps, taking down Neo. He had the AWP that time. And it's going to be Pasha, presumably going to be picking it back up. But the 5 and 4, that's the pick Mousesports needed to give them an edge in this round. You can see Nico once again pushing down towards the bottom of Banana. Could be funneling the T's back up towards middle. Snacks, though, on the other hand, he's got to be at the end of CT Apartments.
This is a good spot, though, from Nico. He sees it already. Pasha's taken down immediately because he was waiting inside the archway. And that now is a big kill for them to have. Two men lead. Keep in mind, Mousesports, CT side, they've only won 2 gun rounds so far.
Yep,
so
and
this
they won
is
the pistol. So it's like, this isn't good enough so far, but they need to win this round. This is looking very promising. 5 on 3.
Nex is in a decent position as well to be very quick to drop off. Knows it's the smoke, so he'll sit and hold. Can't quite get the angle through the gap, and smartly moved away from it because Snacks pre-fires that corner. He's going to run in. Taz is going to get the kill. Snacks follows it up, and now A-Site is a viable option. That 2-man lead, it's gone. And Chris J, Dennis, both them left in the open right now with Pit gone. Bialy's able to take down Dennis, and Chris, he has to investigate other avenues because this is suddenly a problem. They're locked out. That default smoke in front of the library. Taz is already holding this angle, and they both seem to want to commit to the same approach. Flash comes through. Taz, no need to peek it, but he'll spot up the AWP. Sprays the corner because he knows he's got to come around eventually. That allows Bialy to hold it, and it's left to Nico. Locked out by a Molotov. Great shot with the first M4, but still a problem in the fact that this bomb has been ticking for a considerable amount of time, and he has no kit. He has to get Taz pretty much in the next 3 to 4 seconds if he wants any chance of doing it, and Taz is playing it perfectly. He ends up getting the kill as well.
5 on 3 situation thrown away there by Mousesports. That's going to be detrimental to them going forward. All they had to do at that spot was actually play very passively. They've been so good at that this whole series, and all of a sudden they've got players up on top of the balcony and top of that smoke getting flashbanged. And that synergy, though, from virtus.pro, that communication on the bomb side, that's absolutely textbook CS there. One player distracting, face checking, firing off shots. They didn't expect Taz to be booted up onto that box. They come round, run into it. Chris J with the AWP, very difficult retake for him. And that's another round going to be going in favour of virtus.pro, and of course knocking Mousesports back onto another eco. Very difficult, half of them so far. Game running away from them slightly. VP looking to go back towards B as well. Molotoving towards the new boxes. Pasha has been great at getting these entry frags towards this side. Hungry for more here. Get it as well. Taking down Nico and going to be smoking off CT spawn as well. Making this bomb side very viable for the Polish side.
Pasha as well is going to continue pushing forward with that pressure on the B side. Through the smoke he goes. Takes down Dennis with a quick reaction. Chris will push the other direction. Try and compensate for that, but Pasha's just going to continue forward and take down the rest of his teammates. He may get caught off by Chris. Eventually does hit that shot. It looks shaky for a moment, but that shot from the USPS is going to at least get one gun down. It's not enough at this point, though. virtus.pro, they've got 12-9 right now on Bialy.
Well, here we go then. We go into round number 14. Maximum loss bonus for the CTs. We need to get $3,400 going into each round here. 2 to go. I'd say they need these to have a chance in this series and have a change of tactics as well. Nico will be wielding an AWP with his friend Chris J as well. So I'd assume Nico going towards Banana, Chris J trying to hold up to middle, going for those first frags. They need to have these turrets working effectively for them. Neo this time will be on the AWP for virtus.pro. Potentially going for the first pick. Chris J waiting for flashbangs at the top of the middle. Looks at that slow mid-walk coming up from the Polish side, but Neo's ready for it. Takes down Chris J once more, and that's going to open up the mid-area. This time they're going a lot faster up. They're going to be bursting onto the bomb side. 2 players remaining from Mousesports on A. It's going to be Nex waiting for them. Can he do anything with this? That's the shot he needed. Taking down the AWP as well. Brings it to the 4 on 4.
That pick from Chris could have been so massive. Another round lead for them to have, but they brought it back. Watch Snacks. He's going to get caught out. Knife in hand, and allows Nex to very quickly take him down when he turns back. But look at Nex's HP right now. Those flames, he's dancing on the edge of death with 1 HP, but Pasha now from middle catches out Gobby. This limits the movement ability right now from Mousesports, and not only that, Pasha's going to take down Nex. It's all left on Nico. He walks into the site, and with the AWP up close, he's got at least one Taz. He's pushed behind him. Is he going to realize this? He's looking for the kill, but can't find Taz, and it's now 10 rounds on the T side. This is pretty much a one-sided matchup.
Yeah, this is pretty brutal so far. as we said before, Mousesports winning the pistol and only having 2 gun rounds so far. It just seems like VP don't even have to do anything too tactical, not even having to do executions right now, just waiting for the picks to become available. Mousesports obviously trying to make something happen there. Chris J with a decent flashbang actually, flashed most of the teammates, just Neo waiting for that push. And he takes him down. The round fell apart once more. We go into number 15 now. Mousesports in desperation, going for some Max 7s, Desert Eagles, Scouts, anything they had available, they will be purchasing. No choice here but to give it all they've got, and Snacks opening up once more. This is an absolute nightmare situation for Mousesports.
Nico wants to get aggressive. He's considered one of the best Deagle players in Europe. That would be a great time to showcase that because they're desperate for something to work, and Bialy, they read that. They find him through that smoke. He goes down quickly. Neo takes down Chris immediately after. Things continuing to look grim, even though it's round 15. It's a Hail Mary. Gabi, if he had hit that shot, it might have at least been pretty, but it's not going to be effective. Pasha lets him walk by and immediately decapitates him. It's next left in a 1-on-5.
Good luck,
1-on-4.
sir.
We might as well count it down. But I doubt there'll be much more than that out of this situation because the bomb is wrapping back to B. They know he's at A. There's no sense taking the risk.
No kid as well.
Exactly.
The odds really are stacked against this lad.
Yeah,
He's
that,
good.
That much further to go. If they'd gone to A, even still, it might have given him a chance to be closer to the bomb.
Gonna help. He gets 1 kill there on Bialy, making it a 3-on-1 at this point. I think we're just casting for the sake of it, Matt. He hasn't even got a chance to get to the bomb here. Just doing this for fun at this stage, and this half is just over. 11-4 in favor of virtus.pro. A great C-sided map for them. The fact is, Inferno traditionally should be one of the maps people say is broken in terms of the CT side. It's one of the ones CT side should be running away with. Mousesports just showing absolutely nothing there. A couple of rounds working in their favor, but nothing really to write home about, I'm afraid. It didn't really impress me too much. Didn't really change the setups at all. Just stayed passive the whole time, allowing VP to actually work out exactly what they're doing. Same thing presented almost every single round. And just the superior aim right now. VP is taking over. There's great teamwork as well. Nice synergy, good communications. Just the raw fundamentals of CS working in their favor. Frag boards on your screen right now. Pasha, really aggressive rifle play from him, opening up that B site time and time again. It seemed like they didn't really have an answer for him. And he was hitting off massively there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got 112 ADR. 100 ADR for Nico is pretty impressive considering, I mean, he's got 11 frags
Considering
total.
the scoreline, right?
Exactly. The fact that he's able to do that much damage in every round, regardless of the situation, is pretty impressive. Problem is that no one else on his team, okay, Nex is on 80. It's not terrible, but no one else on his team is really above 50. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, the thing is for Mousesports, they did the gun runs they did win were actually quite good and convincing. It was just they kept doing the same setup. They didn't change it a little bit. So virtus.pro were taking it very slow and methodically for the first 5 or 6 rounds. Then they realized, okay, they're playing so passively here. We don't even need to use any smoke grenades at the top of the middle. We don't even need to face check these angles. We're going to run up together. And then they started just focusing on Arch or focusing on splitting apps and quad. And then it just seemed like Mousesports' crossfires weren't working at that stage.
Yeah, and the one round where they did have that 2-man advantage, they lose Pit.
That was
such a
just
crucial
poor
part
play
of A.
from them.
Exactly. Again, the passive play, though, right? There's not a second man to play on short, so suddenly it's like, oh, we're locked out of our own side, even though we have the man advantage. Get caught trying to retake it already, and then they're down in the situation.
It's just like those kind of rounds, like in a grand final, if you're losing 5 on 3s, and it's just like, okay, what did we even do wrong there? Like at that point, you've got information, you know they're actually going to be committing towards the A bomb site. You'd have rotations at that stage, you'd be pushing down Banana, pincering the bomb site, getting positional control of the map. They weren't doing that. It was so like static towards a B bomb site. No one was rotating correctly. Maybe they're just kind of waking up, making sure the grand final, shaking off the nerves a little bit. Been a while since we've seen Mousesports in a final, so
it is interesting as well because we did see them actually. The aggression used to be on Banana so commonly that we saw people playing. TSM used to do it a lot.
Yeah, sure.
That immediate deep smoke on Banana put when it was Zipix and Kerrigan. Now it's Device and Dufree on that side. But when it was them, they'd always play and contest for that Banana position. It seems like the meta's actually gone a little bit more passive where they're playing more toward the choke point now. But we still saw Nico getting aggressive. And often if you get that much information, if you can limit the T's that much, you'll be able to hold them and contain them. But like you're saying, they just gave up the battles everywhere else.
The thing is, like Nico wasn't like lurking behind him. He wasn't pincering. So if you've got to get down there, and the commitment from the terrorist has gone towards the A bomb site, that's when he needs to come in a bit faster. He needs to take the risk there. If they're losing the rounds like that, he needs to get involved and get his heels stuck in, as he's one of the more pivotal players on the team. But we go into the second half now. It'll be virtus.pro starting on CT, and I fear if they win this pistol, this map may be over, but Mousesports obviously going to give it all they have. 2 utility players here, Godby and Dennis with the smokes, and normally means they'll probably go for start of the map, feel out some picks, see if there's any aggression presented to them, and then go back towards B, smoke off the key points, and try and flash themselves in. They've got the Molotov as well, that would be for new boxes. But let's have a look what the CTs are doing. Taz towards bedroom there. No real aggression shown from the CTs just yet. Biala's going to be in baller and backing him up.
Taz waiting here in that bedroom, though, like you say, could actually be pretty crucial if they walk in and don't check it. It's such a common spot, though. He actually gets aggressive. He takes the first player down. Nico responds, though, and Mousesports, they won the first pistol. They desperately need the second one. Gobby's going to get Bialy. It's Neo and Snacks remaining. 2 versus 4. And there is a kit in the hands of Snacks. There's no armor for Neo. He went for the utilities instead, but at this point, Bomb's already down. Those utilities, they aren't going to help lock him out at this point. And what can they do on the retake? Arguably not much. He's already used the HE, most effective, but what he hasn't used is the USP. Now he does, and he uses it into Gob's scalp. He's gone already, and it still gives them a chance to fight forward. And Snacks is suddenly alone, though. Neo, his job's done. He only gets the one, and it's Snacks. He'll do no better. It's Nico to find him, and Mousesports with their 5th round.
Yeah, so Mousesports taking advantage of the mid presence. They were allowed to get there. Found Chris J finding that first kill towards the arch side, bursting through quad, and it seemed like the round fell apart for VP. In this sort of situation, when they've got such a huge better round to play with, I would advise don't take the force buy in this round. It's probably not worth it. It's not in terms of like, taking the risk and your economy running away from you. If you lose this round, you won't have the AWPs on the first gun round, and it's going to be a difficult prospect getting back into this one. When you have this sort of advantage, it's not even worth force buying on the second round. They will be doing it anyway. PT50s and 5.7s are going to be pushing down as well. Neo leading the charge, gets a first frag, taking down God B. Can he get any more from this? Actually gets the double there. And is going to come back. The exchange comes in. Chris J taking down Neo and Snacks and putting it back to the 3-on-3 situation.
Interesting thing is, with that many players in Banana, are they going to check for Taz? They do, but he spots Nex coming and was able to take him before he hit the ground, so accuracy wasn't in favor of Nex. If they win this pistol and then lose the subsequent eco, I think that would just highlight the whole game
it would,
very quickly for us. As Bialy, we see it in the overlay right now, is going to go back over and just investigate what's going on today, so as to allow exactly the 2 defense on B to have better information and hold in a more tight position. But they've split up slightly, and that smoke is going to segregate them entirely. That means Dennis can just focus right now on the internals of the site, and that exactly right now is where Pasha is waiting. But will they find him? Hasn't looked yet. Pasha wins because they check emo. Chris J, he's low on HP, and is that enough to switch the round back? He's got to do it all himself, Chris J. 3 kills already. He needs 2 more, and he's going to try and plant this bomb with 37 seconds to go, but it's not going to happen. Taz walks over top. He gets the shot with the AK. And I think that's case in point for this map.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this sums this one up quite poetically as well. So VP do go for the force buy, pushing down Banana. Neo finding those first 2 fantastic frags. They almost lined up for him perfectly towards Banana. Chris J answered back straight away, but they didn't check the sandbags correctly. Taz takes it down, brings it to a 3-on-2, and with Chris J on such low HP as well, such a difficult prospect for them, and the round slips away from their grasp. They will be force buying back into this one. Scout purchase for Chris J. The rest of the guys on upgraded pistols, but a round you definitely favour towards the Polish side here. It's much harder on the T side to make these rounds work for you. They have got some smoke grenades, trying to get control of the top of Banana now. Next leading the charge with the PT50 in hand, but they haven't really got past this smoke. They're not really sure what's lying on the other side here. It's going to be Neo with the FAMAS as well, so he's just waiting to see if anyone does push for that smoke. Probably will fall back or re-smoke it. There it is, the re-smoke as well, so that's going to delay things for at least another 15 seconds or so. He's just waiting. The rest of his team will be scouting out the top of mid.
Bialy's definitely got that information as well. As you say, scouting at the top of mid, virtus.pro, they're the ones that can respond to it. Taz gets at least 1 kill into Dennis. They're still grouped up here. Interesting point of all this is that Nico, because he's in the apartment, is going to force Bialy back. They can't hold quite as aggressively, so Pasha's on his own in this situation, but he doesn't need any company. He's got it all with the Mag 7 right now. Not a chance from that range, so instead Taz will come out to take down next, but Nico in the apartment, first shot with the deagle, but that's all he will get. Dead now, of course. Dead now, of course.
Absolutely. That sums it up. It's going to be pretty much nothing gathered for Mousesports that round. The force buy not really doing much. They found 1 frag of the Desert Eagle from Nico, of course. But this round, not really much they can do here. It's definitely be going to 14-5 in favour of virtus.pro. Be interesting to see what Mousesports decide to do this round. They can't really justify much more than maybe a couple of PT50s going forward. So another throwaway round for them. A bitter pill to swallow at this stage of the game. virtus.pro is so close to map point. It's been a very quick first map here, Matt. I feel like this one's only going one way at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to think that this could possibly go any other direction. Mousesports not really showing much at all other than pistol rounds. We can give them that, but it's really...
Yeah, they've won both pistols here, haven't they?
Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy. The fact that they're on 5 rounds, it only makes it worse if we give them that, really.
Winning both pistols and losing 13-5, that's nuts. But here we go, round number 19 now. Going to be trying their best to work some positional control of the apartments. Nico, the only one of the upgrade of any sort. He's got the PT50. They're going to make their way up.
Pasha
should be easy for Pasha.
Pasha could do this again. He's pushed back a little more, but now he's got a chance. He's running out of ammo. So it's not quite as spectacular as last time. Nico gets him down, but that's all that they will get. 14 now for virtus.pro. We're just counting them up to count them down if you're a Mousesports fan, because this is only going to go that direction, like you say.
Well, all in now for Mousesports. They are going to have a buy on the board, but no AWP, that's for sure. So full rifles, have got smoke grenades, only one Molotov to play with as well, so a full execution is going to be difficult. Bad news for them is Pasha, once again, not really their traditional style. This is one of the maps where Snacks definitely is the CT AWP on this one. That's going to be mixing things up. Pasha going for this first pick when he had a decent spawn he wants to utilise. He will be facing towards second mid, it seems, as well. Going to be looking towards that bridge area. And he actually will find a kill. I can feel it already, Matt. There it is. Take down Dennis, and that's a fantastic opening frag. Insult to injury at this stage.
Pasha showing off a little flair, something he's not often known for, with that AWP, but they are going to at least surpass him in that smoke. He gets locked out from top middle. Next is able to take the shot, but Snacks is compensated until Taz goes down. It looked like they would hold the advantage. And getting Gobby, that's going to almost do it, but with the bomb still in the hands of Chris, he's got a chance to wrap back 3 HP, but it's already been red. Snacks knows this. He's so smart in this situation. He's going to beat him here, and Chris is going to think that he's been so clever he could walk in potentially. So it's good to see him slow this down in this situation, but with 3 HP, this is only going to end well for him. Nice. Or is it? No, what a shot from Chris J. That's brilliant. That picks up Mouz, and maybe they can start to build off this. They're going to need to.
Chris J with the form on that round. It looked like it was only going one way, but he picks it up. You talk about intelligence there, but Chris J was so aware of the situation. Pre-fires the angle perfectly, gets the round on the board, and that's going to help out, but obviously puts him in a precarious situation here. Money's still an issue for them. One player on Galil, next on the Desert Eagle. Money advantage is still heavily in favour of virtus.pro. Another huge round coming in. They lose this one, it's pretty much over, as they'll have no money for the next round. So pressure is on. Chris J needs to find another performance like that.
Slightly misthrown Molotov inside Banana, so they had to use 2 at the price of 1 because now they won't have as much to hold them off later. virtus.pro, if they do try and attack that Banana position. Pretty default right now, 3 and 8. Late rotation, they did stack up Banana early on. But the terrorists, they're just going to hold what they can for map control. The difference is, look at this, Snacks. We saw Nico try and get aggressive a few times in the first half. That was just a preemptive shot. There was nothing to actually indicate Snacks was in that position, so they got a little bit lucky to take him down to 54. Whether or not that'll haunt him a little bit later on in this round will be determined, I suppose, but they've also got the second man down there. That lets them walk out together, but what it could have also done was bait them into Snacks. Regardless, they want to go on A. Pasha smoked off already. Has to come down to the man playing short. That's Nico. He's gone, or rather, excuse me, that's Bialy. He's gone more passive inside the A side, and with Pasha gone, Snacks is in the right position, at least with this rotation, but it still means that they've got a lot of map control right now, Mousesports at the top of middle.
Yeah, they just need to decide what to do with it now. They have got smoke grenades. I'd assume they're going to be going towards
this is interesting.
The quad side.
Snacks came around. He actually peeked toward top mid. There was no one exposed at that moment, so he actually considered that they might be going to Banana. He rotated back. That could have been the timing that cost them the round. He's forced to go library this time because he's worried they've already given up that arch side. And Gobby, he takes down Taz. Bialy only gets 1 before perishing inside the site. And Snacks, he's rotated quick enough, but he's going to be completely surrounded. Chris gets that kill, and Mousesports have themselves, well, we won't call it too soon. The way things have been going, but pretty much another round at this point.
This should be a guaranteed round at this stage. If throw this one, just get off the server now, basically. It's a 4-on-1 situation. Neo in the library with the M4 and full HP. He knows the money situation for Mousesports isn't great right now, so any kills he can find will help out. That double spray down, though. What's Dennis doing facing that as well with low HP? That's absolutely nuts, and that's the damage Neo was looking to do. 2 rifles taken down. Gonna be doing difficult to watch sometimes, Mousesports there. They didn't even need to be in those sort of areas. Just get together on the bomb, play safe positions, but 2 frags given away for free almost. Neo stays alive as well, but Mousesports staying alive for yet another one.
Those 2 players that went down, that's the difference between having $5 grand in the bank without needing to invest much and investing into a full buy again, which effectively means that's 1 round cost.
Well, there we go. Mousesports finding the opening pick at the start of the round. One thing that was quite interesting there, Pasha spraying through the smoke. Since the latest update where most players using the M4A4 now, spraying through smoke is not advised, and for that reason as well, your tracers get completely shown up through the smoke, he get taken down, and that was the opening pick there for Mousesports. Neo changing it up again. He's going to be going for that pick towards second mid once more, showing the presence. There's going to be a player waiting for him.
Ooh, he almost spotted him. Nico, now he will.
Nice
Neo sat around slightly too long. Surprised as well that he couldn't see him in return. Wasn't obviously checking that angle, more looking toward the bridge. But Chris, he's going to walk in. Snacks goes down on the B site. Bombs there as well. This is surely going to work out well for Mousesports yet again. Pasha's got Nico offsite. That'll allow them to pick up another rifle, an AK-47 at that. That might be valuable at this point. I imagine they're just going to sit back and look for exits.
Absolutely. Like, so they said they had 1 weapon left over from Neo that round. The rest of the guys just with us from upgraded pistols. Now they've got an M4 and an AK-47 on Pasha. That's going to help out tremendously in terms of making sure everyone's got a nice weapon. They can actually drop some guns next round. So keeping these is more than advised. exits aren't even that valuable at this stage. It's probably want to make sure they save those weapons. Just Bialy, that'll be showing presence there. He actually gets a kill on the Chris J as well with the silenced USP. He's going to be able to save a weapon now at this stage, surely as well. Godby looking for that exit and actually take down one of the rifle players. Pasha gets going towards CD spawn. Just going to be Taz and Bialy left, and then Bialy gets taken down as well. So Taz is the only one who will survive. I'd prefer Pasha to stay
a little bit more away from that. Yeah, because there was another rifle picked up.
Just Bialy there by himself. He could have just tried to stay alive and make some players go down with a bomb. That would have probably been quite cool. But we're going to round number 23. Mousesports fighting back at least. There's actually 3 in a row for them.
Difference on that as well. Actually, I take it back. I'm just doing math in my head. I was going to say they could have dropped out a rifle and potentially had an AWP in this round, but they still wouldn't have been able to afford it. So won't make that much of a difference. Pretty much everyone on equal money from VP, but you're right. It could have been at least another rifle saved, played a longer game. They're still only on 14. They haven't at least secured overtime at this point. But they are going up against 5 AKs this time from Mousesports. Bialy, he'll cover off the top of middle. Chris J, he looks to try and determine which is the best rite of passage, and this smoke is going to make that difficult because it's perfectly positioned in mid.
This is more classic VP now. The last couple of rounds have been trying to get that first pick, 4C issue. They're going to be playing much more defensively, but Chris J doesn't want any of it. He's going to be going for that first pick. He gets taken down by Pasha, brings it to 5-4, and now this round is in favor of VP. Just need to sit back and make the T's make the next move.
Bialy's going to hold that good position well. Pasha, he re-peeks out. Snacks has come over to help add additional forces onto this A site, but Pasha taking Nico means that suddenly Godby, he's trapped as well. He's going to try and walk in immediately close to the short position, but Bialy finding him, and Nex is suddenly in a 1-on-5. This looked good to start things off. It looked like the passive play from VP might actually, or excuse me, from Mousesports wouldn't actually work out. They would take over the map control, and VP, they took completely obliterate them.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the thing, that passive setup coming in from VP. See, this is the perfect play. Playing that arch corner, waiting for Chris J to run around. He was actually isolated by himself. He didn't have teammates to work with him. A little bit of an audacious play from him. Maybe just kind of tired of this map. As we're going to potentially the final round here, the money for Mousesports is not great at all. They've got 2 Galils, 2 AKs, and 1 Desert Eagle on Nico. So around you heavily favour towards the Polish side. They're going to be trying to go for the early banana control as well. Not going to be committing to it too heavily though. Flashed off at the start of the round. Just going to be Nex at the bottom with the AK. He's taking considerable damage as well. So going to be trying to get that AK headshot. He's gone down to 16 HP here. That's enough damage down with the CTs. Probably can fall back to the bomb side now. You can see a player rotating off. They're just going to be trying to do anything they can. They use the grenades they have available just to lock him out for a little bit longer.
Snacks in behind that smoke. Looks to get a pop flash in from Neo. Potentially take the peek. Neo's just going to spray the corner instead. And Chris is there. That'll give them the information. Now they try and peek it, but regardless, we're watching over on Bialy. He's waiting at B, or rather on A, excuse me. And Pasha, he's got the opposing side toward Arch. Flashback. That gives Mousesports the confidence to at least get closer to the corner. But watch this aggression toward Banana. It still could be what determines the round. Pasha, great hold so far on 2 players that push through. But Snacks is really in the hot seat right now. Chris has just been holding that corner, and Snacks, he knows something's up behind that smoke, but he can't figure out where it is. He doesn't have to. It'll walk into him instead. Next gets Snacks on a trade, but it's only him left. 1-on-3, and that's going to do it. Virtus.pro will take map 1 very convincingly. 16-8, doubling up on the Germans.
Yeah, I think the scoreline's flattering to Mousesports there, winning both pistols there and getting 8 rounds. I think that game was a much more one-sided affair than even that scoreline suggests. So they need to turn up here. Their key players aren't really impressing me so far. Nico with the top fragging, but not really just setting the scoreboard alight, really. He got like 11, 12 frags. Chris J had some memorable moments, but they're not really synergizing as a team. It seems like they need to work out what's going on, how to dissect these T setups here from VP, or they're going to have a real hard time going forward.
And Chris, or rather, excuse me, Godby, when I talked to him after their semi-final victory, I asked him, I said, you played on Inferno against Conquest. You actually did win that map, but you don't play it that often. It's not considered yours. In fact, in that series, it was Conquest that picked it. He said, no, we worked on it going into the major. We've been working on it a little bit. We're not too unfamiliar with it. You know, it's not like it's completely unexplored territory. So I'm sure they would have been expecting something a lot better than that against Virtus.pro. Obviously, they still have work to do.
For me, their CT setups just, they sucked. Like, it's just, like, to lack of a better word. Like,
don't hold back, Henry.
They're doing the same setup pretty much every round. They're not changing it up. They're not actually presenting us something new. The only thing they really have is Nico pushing down the banana, and then that doesn't really, nothing comes of that. They just kind of a little bit static, and then they're so passive on the A bomb side. Nothing's really changing for them. So they need to be mixing things up, actually have some presence towards mid sometimes, and actually challenging perhaps potentially as well. It's just too easy for VP to actually dissect them there.
Well, that said, we'll send it back down to the desk. Map 1's done. 2 to go potentially for Virtus.pro. Scoots, over to you.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Well, that was pretty one-sided, can't lie. Inferno was Virtus.pro's pick, and
maybe they didn't accidentally pick it, Scott.
Maybe there was no accident
that kind of
there.
looked like they wanted to play it there.
Yeah.
What a game. I mean, if it's going to be like that on Inferno, you've got to wonder how Mousesports is going to get to a 4th map because, I mean, next up's Mirage. It's an incredible map for VP. Yeah, this is looking really, really dangerous for Mousesports. I thought they should have a chance on Inferno. I thought that was a decent chance.
Yes and no. I mean, the issue you've got on Inferno is I still don't think they've really addressed some of the key issues. Like, they struggle to get onto that B bomb site now. Like, it really seems to be a struggle for them. And I can't quite put my finger on why it is, but they just don't seem to have very good executes onto that one site particularly. So when you're up against a very good team who can lock that bomb site down, can coordinate smokes, flashes to make the final push, very difficult. You can't even get up there with the Tech 9s. You know, it's a bit. They're struggling on their T side on that map for me. So.
I mean, Pasha was the boy in that game where they had against Conquest, which is the overtime game.
Well, this is his new map. This
where
is
he
his
had
new home
46
turf, right?
kills. I mean, this is an unreal performance here because, the 30 frags is great, but only to die 14 times and to do over 120 ADR, this is an MVP all-world type performance. So when you start a series off like that, you really send a message. And now you're going into the classic home map of virtus.pro. So I feel like Mousesports is pretty rocked by that. They're pretty shook.
Yeah, and again, they start out each round exactly as you should. You win the pistol round, but again, they just could never string enough rounds together. And again, on the second pistol round, they got forced, and it was basically over from that point forward.
If someone wins 16-8 on Inferno, you'll be like, right, they got the CT half, got a good start rolling. It's difficult for the other team to get to. No. virtus.pro started on T side. virtus.pro is one of the best T side teams we have in this entire game. Even in this tournament, when the CT halves betrayed them, or they've had difficulty on pistol rounds, such as here, T half is always where they get their work done. And as long as that engine, that momentum, that machine is going, it's going to be extremely difficult to beat VP on most of these maps.
Yeah, and you can see exactly that their pedigree and why they're so good at it. They're so expert at trading kills. They're so expert at just kind of maximizing the potential that comes out of the choke point. Great timing, and just Mousesports didn't really have an answer. They gave up too many rounds on the CT, and as I said, I think they malfunction on the T side of Inferno. I think it's a map they might even want to start thinking about banning out themselves eventually, because for my money, I think they would have given virtus.pro a better game on Train. Actually, I think Mousesports could play better on Train than Inferno, even though at the moment they don't want to play it.
All right, well, thank you, guys. The next map will be Mirage. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll break down Mirage, and then we'll get right into the game.